Hey, good day. It's Wednesday again. WhinyTechGuy here. Episode 3. Seems to go by so fast every week. Yeah, it's simple, straightforward. I don't have anything fancy yet. I may do a logo someday, not sure. But for now, I'm just going to whine about stuff. And like I said, today's episode 3, March 14th, 2012. Here we go. The first thing I want to talk about today are the changes at Google. For some reason in the last couple of days, there's been a lot of blog posts, a lot of people writing about people that are leaving Google, a couple other companies too, but the interesting thing to me is Google. I've never really liked Google. Maybe at the very beginning when I started using Google as opposed to Yahoo, I thought it was better and good, but as time has gone on, I've seen that they really replaced Microsoft as the evil empire. Microsoft has just become the fumbling dumb boys now, become irrelevant. You know, they make billions of dollars. It just feels like they've just lost their way. And now Google has their turn, wildly successful, making lots of money, changed the web. They are the web. Everybody knows Google. Even the older people talk about the Google, which is funny to me. People are leaving now because this Wild West frontier type of atmosphere at Google is gone. This idea that they've got all these employees that can just experiment and do whatever they want and try out things and throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. It's changed, and it's all about money. And my hypothesis is that they've hired away from Microsoft a lot of people, and so they've got that mentality there. The reality distortion field for Microsoft has moved south to Silicon Valley, which is really sad because I hope it doesn't spread there, but it's bound to. So I feel bad for some of the people that have gone there and were excited and fun place to work. It's just doing great things, having a great time writing code and putting great things out there on the web for everybody to use and see. And now things are kind of changing. Basically, it's just an advertising company. They don't really make any money off anything else. They spend a lot of money on all kinds of other crap. Maybe if they went back to just working on their core competencies, the search and their advertising, which I hate, but I know it's necessary. It's a necessary evil. Like I said, the core competencies of Google, they're doing some just weird, monkey crazy stuff, like spending money on solar energy research and self-driving cars. What the heck is that about? I don't know. Why would they spend millions of dollars on that? And the reason is because in the American business climate, you have to grow or you die. Every quarter, every 3 months. If your stock price isn't up, your revenue isn't up from the quarter year before, yada yada yada, then you're failing. That's the mentality. That's the way everybody reads things and analyzes things, and I think it really sucks. I think we should take a longer term view of companies and allow them to bake things longer and look at things a little bit longer and not worry about that 3-month window where they have to make that money and that revenue. Of course, if your revenue is going down, yeah, that can be a red flag and a bad signal. If you have good business people at the helm, you can see the long-term trends. Maybe your revenue does go down for a little bit, and maybe your stock price does go down. Whatever, who cares? Too many people do. And you got these yahoos back on Wall Street that are pushing and pushing and pushing that because what? Because they want to make money. Everybody wants to make money. They're not thinking first of making good stuff for people, good stuff for customers, things that people can improve their lives with. No, it's all about money. And I think that's what's finally catching up to the people at Google. They're just becoming one of the others out there. And I think we're going to see that continue. In my mind, you're going to see more good people leave there, and maybe that's good. They're going to go off and create better things somewhere. I don't know. But even though I don't like Google, I'm kind of sad to see that start happening. And yeah, you could say that it's idealism, but if you really look back through history, a lot of idealistic people made some really good things that we use and take for granted every day. Now, I'm not going to go into examples or whatever, but I think you know what I mean. Next thing, I just noticed yesterday that Encyclopedia Britannica has come out and announced that they're not going to print the encyclopedias anymore. Oh, okay, big shock there. I had no idea they were still printing them. who's the dumbass in charge there that was still printing encyclopedias, and who are the dumbasses buying them, because it just didn't make any sense. If you've got an internet connection, boom, you've got way more than you could print in a set of high-priced books that you have to search through. You've got the internet at your fingertips. You've got Google, other search engines, of course. You've got Wikipedia, which, you know, you could say that's maybe a little bit flawed in the accuracy of some things, but I think they're trying really hard, and it's definitely better than it used to be. That surprised me that it took them so long to get to that point. I read that they only sold 8,000 sets of encyclopedias last year, in 2011. Wow. I want to know who those 8,000 people are. I don't know, maybe they're libraries. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. You could take the money. I should have looked up how much they cost to buy a printed set. I mean, they were very expensive the last time I had somebody give me a sales pitch 20 years ago or whatever it was. You can take that money and buy a nice computer or several, or I don't know what, and have access to everything. So I wanted to whine a little bit about that. I was just shocked. I was surprised. I think the last thing I want to talk about today, not a lot going on today, this week, is the new, so the new iPad came out last week, and with it a new, excuse me, a new revision of iOS 5.1's out. It's kind of funny how Apple works. They don't always say, hey, here's an upgrade and here's everything that's in it, here's a list. They just kind of let people find out and get surprised by it. So my son had his iPhone 4S out the other day, and he noticed that the little carrier signal data, whatever you call it, badge up at the top, where it used to say 3G, now says 4G. And he got all excited. Ooh, do I have 4G now? Does that mean my phone's going to be faster? And I thought, you know, I think that requires more hardware, and your phone didn't magically upgrade hardware, did it? So I've read about this before, the whole definition of what 4G is, and it's just a mess. What people are claiming to be 4G, it's marketing. at&t did something to get that put in there with Apple. Apple won't explain it. Some people are saying it's goofy, it's not true, they should have stuck with 3G. I don't know. The iPads isn't going to say 4G, it's going to say LTE, which does require hardware that's not in the iPhone 4S. I know that much. And it may be in the next iPhone. That would be cool. Probably will be. We'll see. That type of thing where the standards and the definitions get all confused just makes me mad. It's just frustrating. I just want to go slap people and say, you know, stop, you know, your marketing, just be transparent, be upfront. And if that means that you maybe lose some customers that don't look so good, well then fix it. Work to fix it. Take the time and do it. And here we come back to what? We come back to the 3-month cycle for stocks and revenue. And if you start losing customers, oh no, the company's going to go out of business, so we better try and sell, or somebody's going to merge with us, or whatever. So what do we have to do to keep going? We have to lie, or we have to fudge the truth a little bit, because we're going to claim we have 4G. What is 4G? Nobody really knows. There's no one thing. Maybe somebody has the fastest 4G out there, and somebody has the slowest 4G out there. And I haven't seen that article show up anywhere, and I definitely don't have the means to figure that out myself. Whew, what a waste of time that would be. Got better things to do. Anyway, I thought it was kind of a funny little thing that happened last week. Just a tiny little change, but a lot of people talked about it, and it just is it's a goofiness. I hate goofiness, but it's fun to talk about. So there you go, episode 3 of the Whiny Tech Guy, March 14th, 2012. I do episodes every Wednesday. See you next week. Bye.